Hello everybody, Saigan Cat here. We're going to be taking a look at the next portion of Warframe today in Warframe. As part of our live walkthrough.
To the navigation console.
When I'm ready, Lotus. So this is the navigation console. It's a bit confusing when you first come to it. But basically, we have a number of planets that we will be progressing through as we play the game. Each of these planets contain a number of mission nodes. Mission nodes are going to be where you go to fight things and get stuff. We will cover more on mission nodes and how they work later. Right now, the flashing one is suggesting, hey, go to this one. It says restore ship comms. You can also see your suggested stuff to do by hitting R1. Currently, we have an active quest, Warframe, restore ship's comms on Earth Prime, which is right here. Although it does say level 1 to 2, that's very confusing, actually, because levels in this game don't mean too much. This level here and the level that you'll see on different areas refers to enemy level. And enemy level is a gauge for you to determine how tough those enemies are. Your own Warframe's level caps out at 30. I believe the current cap for your account level, your overall mastery level, is 25, but everything else caps out at 30. Except for enemies. Enemies can get up to like 120. So this is just a gauge for you to see how tough the enemies are. It is not a recommendation for what your level should be for that content. We're going to go ahead and jump in. I believe this might be in public. We'll see. We'll see if we wind up with anybody else in the party. Any fresh-faced Nintendos. My dog is going crazy right now. Kona, what are you doing? You can skip these little cinematics, but they're cool. The first, 100 times you see them.
Is in a nearby data vault. Infiltrate the vault and retrieve the segment.
The Ascaris is working, breaking through. I see the shadows of your mind.
Restoring the ship's comms will give us some functionality. As obtuse as a lot of the game is,
This data vault is equipped with a variety of security measures. How to defeat those measures is up to you.
it actually does a good job of providing things to you slowly. It doesn't give you the entire ship at once, but it still also doesn't give you enough time to come to terms with everything. So we'll do some quests that give us access to neurodes. I'll totally take neurodes. We'll gain access to our crafting station, and it'll be like, here's how you craft a thing. And then that's the last that you ever hear of it, which in some ways is nice.
You're nearing the console.
Whoops! That is the wrong freaking button.
We'll start destroying the data.
So this is also your introduction to spy missions. And with spy missions, oh god. Nope. Okay. You don't want to hit that. Oh, I thought that was a Grenier down here. Spy missions, the goal is to, yes, avoid alerting enemies patrolling the vault. So this is one of the things that quiet weapons are good for. For this vault in particular, we can sneak around under this way, which is much easier than doing it the other way. Out here, take him out. It is important to know that sometimes there is like a scanner right there that will totally get you. And these vaults get more and more intricate and trickier to get through the higher the level of the mission. Ooh. Ooh. My screen delay is very different on the Switch than it is from my PS4.
Data extracted. They won't even know it's gone. The segment is yours. Head to extraction.
So that's it. Usually spy missions will have two, or will have three things that you need to collect.
Revealing.
Later, losers. But since this is just introductory, you're looking the wrong way, man. Since this is introductory, we only have to do the one. And if there's any problem with the tutorial in this, like I was mentioning earlier, it's that it doesn't spend much time on the tutorial, and that's both a blessing and a curse. It's very rare these days that a gamer would be like, yes, but could I have some more tutorial, please? Ooh, Kubros. And we're out. Ah, good. Mods. They're flawed and broken mods, but they are mods nonetheless. What else did you give us? Convulsion? I'm okay with that. If there is any one thing about this game that throws off new players, it is the progression of power. We have been trained to look for bigger and better guns. Warframe doesn't do that.
Orbiter Void Cloak engaging. Welcome back, Operator. The Operator has recovered a segment.
Install it now.
Ordis patiently awaits its installation.
Get communications online. I must analyze what Vors Ascaris is doing to your Warframe. This technology is beyond the Grineer. It must be Corpus in origin.
Now, I don't know that we can actually do anything with our mods yet. Nope, it's not online. Soon. But mods are actually the key to growing your power.
Systems engaging.
I suppose this will do.
Ordis is grateful.
I am also totally happy to cover the market, because this is very confusing at first glance. Your first time popping into the market, you're going to look at this stuff,
Contact arms dealers.
and you're going to go, man, they really, really
Excellent
want my
idea,
money.
Ordis. Tenno, we need to make contact with a Corpus defector sympathetic to the Tenno cause.
They're
They
still
will,
going.
of course, require compensation.
You see what Ordis is referring to, Operator?
In this case, compensation will not be credits. It will be freedom. I've updated navigation. You will need to break him out of a Grineer gulag.
Are you two done? Are you two done? Okay, excellent. So, for the market, at first glance, it looks like the market is strictly related to real money transactions, and that is not the case. Say you want a different gun from your starter weapon. Totally reasonable thing to ask for. Personally, I'm a fan of shotguns. So we would go into weapons, and in fact, we could even break that down to primary weapons. Now, the trick here is that, okay, so here's a stronger version of the Breton. We're using a Breton Mark 1. This is a bit better than it. It'll grow better. It's better all the way around. The Mark 1 stuff is just your training weapons. They're not that great. Now, if you select it... Okay, so this one can actually be outright purchased for credits. Let's find one that I know isn't going to be something that wants cash money. Amprex. You look at it and you go, holy hell, 225 platinum. That's ridiculous. But you never actually really seem to find blueprints for weapons. Like, sometimes you do, but it's not a very common thing. Well, here's the thing. If you hit the R1 button, it'll either sell you the blueprint or it might tell you how to get the blueprint. So the recipe for the Amprex can be researched in the Energy Lab dojo room. And that's a clan thing. Clans are able to build those and research blueprints for their members. That's also how you would go about getting, like, Volt. Let's see, the boar might be... No, that's an easy one to find. I'm picking out all of the bad examples. Heck. There we go. I know Heck has a blueprint. So here, if we wanted the Heck, we could purchase the blueprint for 25,000 credits, and it'll also show us what is needed to complete that blueprint. We also know that it is mastery locked, and that it requires... What's the mastery requirement on it? 4. Requires mastery rank 4. And that's what our personal overall mastery rank is for. It gives us better options. We're still mastery rank 0. It gives us better options for gear. Not necessarily better gear. Like, a lot of the gear is better. But again, the vast majority of weapons in this game can be very viable for 90% of the game. That's still offline. Everything's offline. Everything is offline. But that's the market. It's totally worth looking into. And at the bottom, you can see, you can even mark something for blueprints only. If you hit R, it'll make it so that everything on that page will only show you blueprints. You can also tab it for Y so that you don't see anything that's owned. And then from there, we can just take a look at things that we might want. All of these weapons, these are all weapons that we can just buy a blueprint for and then work towards crafting by searching for the raw materials. So all of these things can be earned in-game without spending any actual money. And that's where the market isn't very obvious. Because, yeah, at first glance, it seems like they just want you to spend money on this. It's not pay to win. And, you know, even if you do buy, like, a sweet weapon, what's a good example? The Heck. Where's my Heck? You'll hear me talk about the Heck a lot. This is an amazing shotgun. It is just great. But somebody who just started the game isn't going to be able to just buy this with platinum. They need to get their mastery rank up first before they can even afford it. And by the time that they hit mastery rank 4, they would probably be able to go out and farm the materials to make the Heck anyways. So yeah, save your platinum for skins. Save your platinum for inventory space. Especially the platinum that they give you for free for starting the game. All right, that is it for this episode. Thank you for joining me, everybody. I'm your host, Saigan, and I will see you all next time. Take care. I canceled it. Whatever, take care. Just imagine me waving. Bye, guys.